Most people wake up each morning believing that life is already written. They assume reality is a fixed structure, shaped only by luck, effort, or circumstances outside of their control. They work harder, chase goals, or wait for opportunities, not realizing that there is a hidden layer of truth beneath the surface. The reality we experience is not as rigid as it appears. In fact, it is fluid, responsive, shaped moment by moment. Science now shows us that we live within a vast, invisible quantum field. Think of it as an ocean of infinite possibilities, a sea where every potential outcome already exists. Nothing is missing. Nothing is impossible. The only question is, which frequency are you tuning into? And here's the secret. Reality doesn't simply happen to you. Reality emerges from you. This may sound mystical at first, but it's not philosophy. It's physics. Every thought you hold, every feeling you embody, every expectation you carry, they all send signals into this field. And the field responds precisely and consistently by reflecting those signals back into form. Most people, without realizing it, send out mixed or distorted signals. They affirm abundance, but secretly expect scarcity. They visualize success, but still carry self-doubt in their body. They say, "I am confident," while their breath is shallow, and their chest is tight with fear. The field does not respond to the words. It responds to the deeper vibration underneath. This is why manifestation is not about forcing, pretending, or positive thinking alone. It's about alignment. Alignment means that your thoughts, your emotions, your body, and your subconscious are all tuned to the same signal. When this happens, the reflection from the field is clear, fast, and accurate. So ask yourself, what are you really broadcasting right now? Take a pause. Feel your body. Notice the rhythm of your breath, the tension in your muscles, the energy in your chest. Are you in a state of ease or are you in resistance? Most people skip this step. They jump straight into action. But manifestation doesn't begin with action. It begins with being. This is the observer effect in action. Physics tells us that potential realities exist as waves of possibility. They collapse into physical form only when observed. But observing doesn't mean just looking with your eyes. Your subconscious mind, your heart, your expectations, these are all observers too. And your subconscious is the strongest of them all. This is why so many people feel blocked. They affirm one thing consciously, but their subconscious is rehearsing the opposite. You may say, "I am worthy of love," while deep down expecting rejection. You may desire financial freedom while still carrying the fear of loss. The field listens to the total signal, and your subconscious is the loudest voice in that signal. So manifestation begins with honesty. What do you truly expect from life when no one is watching? What do you rehearse emotionally each day? These tiny, often unnoticed expectations are the seeds of your reality. The key then is embodiment. You must become the frequency of the reality you desire. Not later, not once it arrives, but now. If you want to experience abundance, practice generosity. If you want to experience love, embody warmth. If you want to experience freedom, breathe into the feeling of spaciousness today. This is not pretending, it's tuning. Just as a musician tunes their instrument to the right key before the music begins, you must tune your energy to the vibration of the reality you want to live. Your thoughts are strings, your emotions are rhythm, your actions are melody. When all three align, the song of your future self begins to play through your life. But here's a challenge many face: control. After aligning for a short while, people often fall back into force. They try to push outcomes, micromanage results, or constantly check if their manifestation is working. But control is not alignment, it's resistance. When you try to force reality, you signal to the field that you don't trust it. And when you don't trust, the signal becomes fragmented. The result? Delays, distortions, or nothing at all. Letting go, then, is not passive. It is active trust. It's a conscious decision to shift your focus away from needing the result and back into embodying the state. True surrender means living as if it's already done without demanding proof. Of course, letting go also exposes the old patterns buried inside. Doubt, fear, and negative loops may rise to the surface. Thoughts like, "It's not working," or "I'll never change." These are not random. They are echoes of past timelines, habits of thought rehearsed for years. But here lies another key: disruption. To create a new reality, you must break these old loops, not through violence or force, but through conscious interruption. Even one deep, intentional breath can disrupt the old pattern. Every time you notice fear and choose presence instead of reaction, the signal shifts. With every small, consistent choice, you weaken the old identity and strengthen the new one. Think of it as sacred repetition. Every act of generosity, every breath of calm, every courageous step sends a message to the subconscious: this is who I am now. And over time, the field organizes itself around that signal. What once felt impossible begins to feel inevitable. And this brings us to rhythm. Manifestation is not a one-time event. It is a way of living. Just as a musician tunes their instrument regularly, you must continuously return to coherence. Through mindful breathing, emotional regulation, clear intentions, and aligned actions, you keep your signal sharp. Coherence is not a destination. It is a practice. Your body is a vital part of this rhythm. Posture, breath, tone of voice, all of these carry signals. A slouched posture can signal defeat even before a word is spoken. A steady breath can broadcast trust louder than any affirmation. Living as the signal means embodying your chosen frequency in every movement, every word, every gesture. And as you do, your relationships and surroundings begin to shift. Old dynamics that no longer match your frequency will fall away. New connections aligned with your vibration will naturally appear. The quantum field always organizes itself around the clearest signal in the space. When you become that signal, you don't just attract a new reality, you elevate the entire field around you. Now understand this: living as the signal doesn't mean perfection. Doubt may return, fear may whisper, the old self will knock at the door. That's okay. The power is not in never falling. The power is in how quickly you return. One breath, one act of awareness, one choice of alignment brings you back to center. Over time, this return becomes natural, automatic. Your signal strengthens, reality bends faster, and you realize you no longer need the world to prove anything to you. You become the proof. Every moment becomes a declaration: this is who I am now. And the field, as always, reflects you back with precision. Quantum manifestation is not complicated. It is simple. So simple, in fact, that the mind often resists it. But those who practice alignment, embodiment, and surrender discover that reality begins to shift faster than they ever imagined. You don't manifest from wishing. You manifest from being. So, choose your frequency, align with it, embody it, and watch as the field mirrors back a life that was always waiting for you to step into it.